Welcome to another video on my fischertechnik monorail, metal fischertechnik that is, and connected to or controlled by fischertechnik Robo interface and ultimately by a BeagleBoard Classic running Ubuntu Linux and programmed in Python. Usually that's all what I say in the introduction. However, this time I want to show something else as well, because this BeagleBoard is connected to HDMI monitor as well as for Wi-Fi for network connection to the VNC environment, which you have seen before if you are watching the series. But what I usually don't show is the monitor, because HDMI is a connection to this monitor. And this shows welcome to BeagleBoard and Ubuntu. And for this event I have connected a monitor. Well, I'm not sponsored by Dell, but it's a Dell keyboard, and I am connected so I can type. The only thing that is not as nice for now is that I can type. So yes, and then I can give my password. Hopefully it takes it, and hopefully I get a nice screen. I haven't used this in a long time actually. So although it accepts it, and this light shows a steady light, so maybe I have to wait a bit. So in the meantime, before it takes a very long time, let's go here. Last time I wanted to try a better connection. Oops, sorry for the camera movement. Right here, some better lighting. I made this, and last time it did show a better connection, which also showed on the oscilloscope right there. But the movement from here to there didn't go as smooth as I had hoped. So let me move the whole carriage here, and once again I forgot to attach the propellers. So let me do that. So I can actually have them move. Alright, now the VNC is active, so let's try to get it moving. And also last time, I see on the oscilloscope that it has a very nice signal right here. That's good. Let me change the time base. That is too much. Alright, 20 it is, 20 milliseconds. But you can see it doesn't run at all. So, and last time this was a very good start to get running, but it doesn't do a thing. And this should be the way to go. So let me stop this and see if the signal is right here. Well, I can remove this probe for now and see if it is actually here. And it isn't. Last time it had the same problem, and then I touched it somehow. Yeah, same thing. I touch it here and there it goes. So whatever the reason is, this and now I interrupt the whole connection. I should not do that, of course. I have to be careful. Really careful not to break any connection. And there I go again. Really fragile. But why does it happen like this? And that's a big question. Last time it happened, this time as well. And let's return to the big monitor. It hasn't shown any sign of life after logging in. So I'm afraid that is not going to work, which is a shame. But I have VNC and I will show you shortly. So this is still a problem that I have to solve. Usually I would have gone to the VNC. However, I wanted to show you one thing. I don't use this monitor a lot, and so I forgot that after login you get a black screen. But it's not a black screen not to do anything, it is just a black background. And as you can see with the mouse, I can select stuff. And since I don't have a cursor, it is a bit hard to select stuff, but here I can. And so it's really tough without the cursor. And the problem is, when I use the camera for the webcam that I use during the VNC, I do not see those. I can see the same menu on screen, but it's very dark. So let me try to continue. See, and there it goes. So I'm not using the, let me use the keyboard instead. Let me see if that works anyway. And you can see it is quite hard to do. But it works kind of the same way as... Alright. And now I have it. And here I finally have what I like, which is a terminal window. Quite complicated, but it kind of works. So now let's get back to the carriage, to the monorail, because that is what it is about. I attached also a third probe to the oscilloscope. Here it doesn't do anything. But here it does. Temporarily at least. Alright, let's go to the VNC, and there I can see, I can show everything at once. All screens, etc. Let's do that. Alright, first a very quick look right here. The monitor with the terminal window. And, well, it works. But I can't show you the oscilloscope on there. And, well, that is right here the board, which is an embedded system and the microcomputer. And this is what it is about. And that is better lighting. So, continuing with this. The program runs, and with the third probe, which has this line, try again. So, a mystery all over. Why does it work and why does it stop? I don't get it. So, before any mishap and mayhem happen, I stop the program. And let's start the diagnostics. Then, oh yeah, I want to check these. So that is again 5, 7 and 2. This is 2. This is 5 and 7. 6 is of course interrupted because the carriage is there, so I move it out of the way. And then 6 is supposed to light up. Why isn't 6 light up? Because the light is off. Now it's on. Alright, it works. 7 is blocked. Not anymore. So that's fine. Now for the motors. Motor. Clearly, there's a signal. Doesn't work. Has this grown weak? No, because if I touch it once again, and I do that once again with this probe. Let's focus on it. So with the probe I go right on the other side. And I do suspect that it has to do with the ground. But how can I be sure about that? By reversing the speed. So blue becomes 0 and yellow becomes high. So let's do that. No, it's not. So what's wrong? Once again, close the interface, start the program, all logical, and for a second the propellers ran. Well, you can see what happens. And put just mild pressure on the roller. Let me put mild pressure on top. That did work last time. Not now. Here there is clearly signal on the blue, on the purple line. Not so much here. Here there is. So there is hardly any contact. There's a contact problem between the roller and the axle, and that I need to solve. But how? I think that is a very good question, and I don't have an answer right now. So it's no longer the wiring here, it's now the connection between the axle and the roller. Things are not going to be nice. Right, before I go on, I have to solve something with USB, and I suspect that has everything to do with the HDMI monitor. So I am going to log off from it. So let's see. First I exit. That one is gone. Now let's see if I can actually really exit. Yes. Oh, see, now I suddenly have a cursor at it. Anyway, can you see that I do have a cursor now? Maybe you can see, maybe not. Alright, anyway, so much for the experiment with this. Mouse is still there, but disconnected. So is the keyboard. So let's hope that the errors are gone and stay gone. Which means back to the carriage and back to the problem that I have with the propellers that won't run. And to make matters worse, I've lost connection. Kind of. Because here, right now, the LED that shows that I have connection here with the BeagleBoard, right here, is showing that I don't have connection. While the program is running and the VNC is running and the Wi-Fi LED is blinking like crazy, I do not have signal showing on the oscilloscope, which is correct because there's no connection. So let me close it and connect it. Now I have signal again. Does it run? Well, not this way anyway. So with the probe again, I have no signal at all. Now I have signal. Clearly. And all I did was put this frame closer to the rail. So actually I pushed the axle really against the roller. So and now it doesn't matter, strangely enough. How far can I pull it? I derailed it. So this means that I need to change the connection between the roller and the axle. The very big question is how. Right now it is clearly connected, but there's no movement. So it's not even the final solution. Oh, I think I noticed something else. The construction of this frame is not entirely correct, because this roller isn't actually rolling when I look at it. It is being squeezed by the two parts of this construction. These two parts, they are squeezing the roller, so the roller isn't rolling, and without a rolling roller you have friction, so we need to reconstruct it. Ouch. That's a good one. How to solve that one? Not quite sure. Right, what I did was this little axle release the clamps a bit so it doesn't squeeze the roller too much, and it immediately made contact. Not that it runs. Out of its own. But let's quit this, move it back to start, and see whatever happens now. Very slight touch. A very slight push. And it rolls a bit better than it did. But is it the solution? Not really. Because I still need to push it and it still falls back. And now I can touch it again on top. I can touch it here and it starts working again, but no movement. Very slow movement. Well, I shouldn't push it, of course. But at least it's something. And that's it for this episode. So what did I do? Well, showing you the HDMI monitor with black background and menu that kind of works. But moreover, a very slight change right here, which makes the propeller move more easier. And stop again, so the reliability isn't as desired, but some improvement. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Much appreciated. If you can also follow me on Twitter. If so, please retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please like and leave a comment. And well, please donate to keep videos coming to you. You can also become a patron with a monthly pledge. and have your name mentioned either on my website or, depending on your pledge, on my website as well as my videos. And needless to say, this is going to be continued. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.